Practice 3.2. Construct a line that parallel to AB and passes through the point P. That the point P does not lie on the line AB. So like this. So we have to draw a parallel line to this AB and passes through the point P. So there are 4 methods here. So one by one, we discuss the method and the concept behind. So for the first method, corresponding angles. Okay, so what is the concept behind these corresponding angles? So recall what we have done for parallel lines. So if there are 2 parallel lines and we have a transversal, so this angle and this angle, they are the same. So we call these 2 angles as corresponding angles. Now, I'm going to use this concept, this idea, to construct the parallel line here. Okay, so what am I going to do? So from P here, so what am I going to do is I try to make a transversal that passes through this point P. So I make a line. So I have the transversal. Okay, so now what am I going to do is I try to make this angle. So how do I make this angle? So I put that point of intersections here. Then I draw an up. Similarly, I use the same thing here, same length. So I make an up here. Now, next, what am I going to do is I move over here and measure the distance. Okay, so this one will represent the angle here. So I move over here, then I cut here. So what am I going to do next? So this one and this one same. So next, I join this point to P. So here I have the parallel lines that passes through point P by using the concept of corresponding angles. Okay, next. Second method, we are using the concept of rhombus. So what is rhombus? So rhombus is a kind of quadrilateral. It's a kind of quadrilateral that all the sides are equal. So all the sides are equal. So they are all equal in length. And beside that, the opposite sides, they are parallel. So this is rhombus. So now, what am I going to do is, I try to get the idea of all the sides are equal and opposite sides they are parallel. Okay, so now, so here, I put a point P. So what am I going to do is, I try to open this, okay, and then I try to cut the line AB at one point here. So here I get this line. Okay, then after that, I try to get this point. So now the same distance, this distance and this distance same. So therefore, I move over here and then I cut. Okay, so the distance same. Okay, then this distance and this distance also same. So not changing the length of the compass. So here I make a cut again. So if I join all the points, so all they will have the same length. So which means this whole thing here, if I join all the points, it will be a rhombus. Now I just need a parallel line to this AB. So which means I just need to draw this line enough. So I just join. So here we have the parallel line by using the concept rhombus. Okay, then the third method is using parallelogram. So what is parallelogram? Parallelogram is a kind of quadrilateral that the opposite sides they are equal in length and parallel. Just the opposite sides. So which means this and this equal length parallel, and then these two sides equal length and parallel. So this and this parallel and they're equal, and this parallel and they're equal in length. Okay, so now what am I going to do here is I just simply mark any 2 points on the straight lines. So any 2 points on the straight lines. Okay, and then P is somewhere here. So how am I going to construct this parallelogram? Because opposite sides are equal. So which means I just need to measure the distance here. Okay, and then I move over here point P. So this one equal in length. Okay, then next at point P here, I measure the distance of this side. See? Okay, then which means this one will have the same length. So I put here, and then I try to cut the arc that I made just now. So what we have done here, this side and this one, they will be equal in length, and then this one and this one equal in length. So which means the opposite sides, they will be parallel because this is a parallelogram. So I just need to join the P to the point of intersections. So here we got the parallel line by using the concept of parallelogram. Okay, then the last method that you can use is try to construct a triangle. Okay, why? Because for triangle, they will have the same height. Okay, so the easiest way for me to make this is at this point P here, I try to make an isosceles triangle. So an isosceles triangle, so which means I just need to cut this AB at 2 points. So here I have this triangle. See that? So now what am I going to do is I try to copy this triangle exactly the same, the congruent, somewhere else here. Okay, so which means here I just simply mark a point. So this will be the base. So this will be the base of the triangle. So they must be the same. So which means I put here, then I mark a point here. Okay, then after that, I try to get a peak. So this line. So I move over here. Similarly, for this one, I just cut. So what you can see is, if I join this triangle, these two triangles, they will be the same. So which means, these two triangles, they will have the same height. So which means, I just join P to this point, extend the line, it will be the parallel line, a line that parallel to this AB. So here we have the parallel line to AB. So as you can see, there are many ways for us to do geometrical constructions. As long as the concept that you apply is correct, and then you are able to construct it, then it will be fine. So you can use any method, okay, but not using ruler and protractor measure, okay. So only 3 items: compass, ruler, and pencil to make the geometrical constructions.